Hello, welcome. We are going to be showing you today the All Hallows Eve normal event. I missed yesterday. I'm interested in doing this because I want to get my Grundy to Legendary 5, and I'm told that the Legendary event is real hard even for Gear 11 characters, but I don't need as many shards. So I'm going to do the normal one, and it's fairly hard, so I'm going to use my low level characters here just to give you an appreciation. Enchantress and Satana are gear 4 or 5 more or less. Etrigan is gear 7 in my setup, and my only gear 10 is the Scarecrow. If I run into trouble, I'm going to try to run the entire event at once. Obviously, sooner or later, I'm going to be unable to continue playing because not all the characters are at top shape. And since I don't want this to look way too easy, I'm refraining from using my Constantine and my Swamp Thing because both are gear 11. But if needed, I'm going to gear up, I think, Bizarro. So without further ado, we are going in, and I'm going to be buying a 250 energy pack to see if I can finish the whole event. This is what I usually do. Okay, I'm gonna leave the story without commentary from now on, but this is what I usually do for the monthly events, and when it's a heroic challenge, a 6-day heroic challenge that I'm interested in, I spend all the energy I have available for free on the first nodes of the event, and then I buy a 250 energy pack because it also gives you 30 Speed Force, which you are never lacking Speed Force, but it's better if you buy the 500 gold package because you get the Speed Force for free, and it's the best return of energy versus versus the cost in gold. You can actually buy 5 packages of 50 energy for 100 each, and that's also 250 energy for 500 gold, but you are missing out on the Speed Force. So we are going to continue this, and after this one I'm not going to be talking while the story unfolds. So I haven't actually ran this before, and I've seen no one posting videos, so I don't know what I'm going to be facing. But the principle of this team is that as long as anybody is overhealed, Enchantress gets a free attack with her basic. And the Scarecrow is going to put hit chance down on every enemy, and since he is the leader, he gets a free attack if the enemy misses. Now, usually I haven't geared up Etrigan because he makes everything way too easy. I don't expect much resistance starting out. But let's see. I think I remember Enchantress does something. Yes, if she gets healed, did you see? I have her upgrade that gives her turn meter, and I'm not going to attack with her right now. I'm just going to overheal the entire team. She is very low in gear and skills, so she doesn't do a lot. But she is here to back up Satana. And she also cleanses debuffs from the team and returns them to the enemy team. They turn they turn Grundy into the Hulk. Whatever. Uh-huh. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. And I'm pretty sure with that many int stacks, I think he's going to one-shot them all. And yes, there you go. And well, that's node 1 and 1 Solomon Grundy shard. Next battle is 10 energy, so I'm going to have to buy a package after this fight. Okay, 4 reds, 2 blues, 1 green. We have the affinity disadvantage, but we should be doing good. Since the Scarecrow is gear 10. Alright, so it's all on the cigarette. This is the same node as the last node of Lord of the Living event. So what we're going to do is this, and he buffs, and I'm going to attack directly. Nothing really complicated here, and oh wow, Captain Marvel. Okay, so let's overheal a bit like this. And again, I should be able to one-shot all of them with Etrigan, because Etrigan makes PvE way too easy. And I have to buy energy. I have to reach 550 shards, so I'm missing 245. Alright, let's buy energy. No, I don't want to buy that overpriced energy. I want my actual package, please. And one quick way that I've seen very few people mention is that if you want to buy either gold, the speed force, or energy, and you don't want to go back to the actual store, you just click or tap on the icon on the top of the bar, and you can buy your bundle, and if you push back, you return to the map, and we are set and go. And this is actually not the worst team that I could field, but it's the only one that I feel that has any true synergy, because Bizarro is undergeared, underskilled, and I don't think he's going to survive. I believe he's gear 2. Anyways, for those of you that haven't seen Scarecrow in play, that's his whole stick. You have to put crit chance down on the enemies and hope that they will miss, so he triggers a counter attack. And he doesn't. It's a very low chance. I think it's a 30% chance. But if the enemy is uh, has many debuffs on them. Then Scarecrow can stun the enemy he counterattacks, and that's one way to get control. Now, this is interesting because there is no way to plan for this. I mean, a harder node would be very difficult when it's mostly reds versus all blues. Doesn't matter that Etrigan is a goddamn cheat. Now, full overheal and a ton of intops. Yeah, look how much I don't care. And it's a good thing that I brought Satana because I can now. I'm gonna buff with Etrigan just to burn the turn, and I'm going to Porch and Green Arrow, and that's it for him. Ooh, this is way too low. There's too few shards. So let me see if you can actually replay this thing. Oh yeah, this is a traditional heroic challenge. You can repeat the notes, so it won't be worth it to repeat notes until you reach the last two, and then again it's only worth it to speed force the last node if you intend to farm shards for Grundy. Now the flash, I have the advantage, I have a ton of blues, but Flash can put debuff immunity on himself, so Scarecrow is in danger now. Well, it mostly depends on how the nodes scale, but from the looks of it, this will only be hard until I actually reach node 11 or 12, and the Etrigan is now fully and completely buffed, and he gets one more, and I'm going to show you some other skills from the Enchantress. That's actually a very interesting character because she can out-heal she can actually out-heal Satana in the long run because you get a free half-powered heal off her basic, and all you have to do is have one of your teammates overheal. Oh, this is no contest now. I'm just going to do this to see if I can get Enchantress to proc her special skills. There you go. As long as anybody on your team has even a sliver of overheal, she can proc that skill. And if you remember, I talked about this, why I don't like Satana. She might have a very, very powerful heal, but it has a long cooldown, and she doesn't do it passively. Out of the two, Satana is more tanky than Enchantress, but she lacks the overheal. Now, Enchantress cannot properly purge enemies, but since she can clear up to two debuffs you have on your team and shove it off to the enemies, that's way more utility than Satana has. So we start again, putting hit chance down, and let's see if this one trick pony runs out of fuel, but I don't think he will. It's just way too powerful on PvE. And I could make this even crazier if I bring something along. Wow, now I'm glad I took that skill. Yeah, you see? And more overheal. And now we go by color. And we get rid of the tank. Oh. And red on red. When in doubt, red on red. Same color on same color when you don't have any other option. Holy crap. The King of the Seven Seas. Aquaman. Now what to do with this? And this. Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that the full team of Gear 8s will be able to clear this. Even that exact same setup, but with full Gear 8 on all the characters, they should be able to clear this. Now the energy requirements are going up very, very fast. I hadn't seen this. I hadn't seen notes this expensive ever since the Siren event. Because once Poison Ivy launched, they reduced the cost of all the boss nodes on this kind of events. Like this. Oh, I believe I should have tried the legendary event. But but if they have a Gear 11 Constantine, this shouldn't be difficult at all. I mean, Constantine is downright broken too for PvE. Now this is going to be easy too because I have the advantage on affinity. And I keep overhealing, and I'm just to see. All right. Ah well, now that's more like it. 10 shards. And where are we on the map? Oh man, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes to go. Oh, so the second run doesn't give shards. Well, that's a bummer. I quite frankly don't know if this is good or bad because it's like half the shards that this event should be giving out. And come on, I mean, Grundy has been a red alert reward for the longest time now. So any old player should have enough Grundy shards to go around. I haven't even actually tried to farm him actively, and I'm already L4 capable. I'm just trying to complete my L5 because I want an L5 Grundy. And once I get an L5 Grundy, I'm going to gear him up. That guy is a beast on PvP. Not invincible, but it's a beast. And I need to bring my Enchantress to Legendary 4 because there is another skill that she has on her passive that allows her, if she gets healed, aside from getting the turn meter, she also uses her AoE, so she can passively do this and put a strength down on the enemy while she is healed. This is still way too easy. I mean, I have under gear characters and they are still able to put damage on the enemies. So maybe this is good for newbies. I'm gonna have to watch the video again after I upload it because I was missing 245 and I still haven't gotten enough shards for. I haven't even gotten a 100, so this is bad. And I'm doing this version of the event because most of the time events are really done for long-time players. But for a newbie, Solomon Grundy is a nice character to have unlocked, if not legendary. So if you can actually get enough shards for rank 4, That's enough for Grundy to start being a nuisance and improve your roster. Grundy is a nice addition if you're starting out. Even a guy, I don't know, 4 or 5 months in, should be in need of Grundy shards. Blue guys are not abundant in this game, and I mean they are not available in abundance in this game. If you try to get them from the PvP packs, most of the blues are on the uncommon and rare tiers. So it's not like you can start playing and get a legendary 2 Ares or a legendary 1 Vixen. Alright. She doesn't look like a boss, but she usually silences. And by she, I mean Wonder Woman Princess. So I'm leaving her for last. And again, Etrigan should be able to take care of this with a single move. And go away. Literally blown away. Okay, 45. Then perhaps the last node is going to be 60 or 50. And I'm being real tempted to use Bizarro on the last node just because I want to use Bizarro. Or should I say, how would you say it on reverse? Oh wow, finally. It started getting a bit harder. There you go, finally. It only took like 10 fights to get a leader proc. I get more procs of that leader skill if I have Terry McGinnis on the team. But sadly, Batman Beyond is not available for this challenge. So we'll have to settle with this. Heal, 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 heal. More heals. Heals for everybody. They should rework Satana so that her heal turns into a 15% true overheal instead of the 15% normal heal that she has now. Just that. And change her leader to a passive. Keep that passive equally crappy, but just change it from a leader skill to a normal passive. That will be enough to make Satana way more viable than she is now. And it's not like you don't run into Satanas at high level, but she's not a problem to deal with. Any red can take care of Satana at high level, and silence is her worst enemy. While Enchantress can proc her heal off her basic. If the legendary event has this same progression, I think I understand why they say it's hard, because you can't plan for that much variety on the bosses, because you never get a true advantage over the affinity of the enemies. Now this is more like it. And here goes nothing. Last node. That was 265 energy to finish the event. Oh. Last node is all bosses. Yep, this is bad. Why did he choose a scarecrow? I'm not really complaining, but I'm kind of surprised that Batman didn't go for Satana right away. And I'm going to keep Batman from hitting from now on. Critical immune. And this and that. Yeah, maybe this looks way too easy, but that's because I got Etrigan on. And the Etrigan gets out of hand real fast. Okay, wave 1 done. Now on to wave 2, and the Etrigan is gonna keep buffing and buffing and buffing without end. And that's not even his top speed. That guy is real fast. But like I said before, I saw some people today asking what the order is for Etrigan, and what you really want is his basic and the extra indups when he uses this spell. I think it's his first passive. But the ideal level for Etrigan, in order for him to turn into a killing machine, goodbye all, is Legendary 3. At Legendary 3 you can do all of this. And I'm going to do this just for kicks. This is making it hard on purpose, but I think you deserve to see at least some action. And I'm only going to do the legendary event if I don't get enough shards for a legendary 5 Grundy with this one, because that's way too much energy for any event. And even if he gets more and more defense, now he can hit anybody with that many hit chance down. So whatever, dude, do your thing. See? Impossible for him to hit us. And even more hit chance down, just for good measure. And now it's just a matter of waiting until he dies. That's it. So I started with 305. So 125 shards or so from a whole run. Let's go back to the map. Now it says it just gives XP. Well, that's the whole event. There you go. Full event done. And since we still have time for the legendary run, 4 days more to do this, I might do it on the last day because I still need 113 shards to get my legendary force. So I'm going to go over here to upgrade my Grundy to legendary 4. Come on. And as you can see, there is not much of an improvement on power level just from ranking up. So if you really want to improve your characters, you should do, watch, 3025 power. And I'm just going to add a single piece of gear. And that's 25. And let's do this one, 2. But now he's more impossible. And for some reason I didn't take his basic before, but now I'm going to take it. And that's Grundy. If you only get level 1, a legendary 1 Grundy, you should get this, the second passive, because it gives you 80% turn meter and enrage when he revives, and your second upgrade should be your basic because that's 100 damage if enraged. And after that you can take this Mindless Brute for a chance to get 1 strength up along with your agility ups every time you get hit. And then this, the cooldown on his AoE. But if you take the AoE, you have to make sure to get it to level 8, because that's 4 strength ups that he gets after using his AoE. And if you want to see it in action, just to finish this up, you know, I have never tried to solo this one, with such a low level character, but I'm going to try to solo this thing with Solomon Grundy, because now he should be self-sufficient or sufficient enough. So I'm going to do one team of Grundy, and let's see how he does. It's an hour-long video anyways, 40 minutes in, so I don't think that a couple of extra minutes is gonna bore you to death or something. Now this is the thing with Grundy, he's slow as all hell, so I'm going to start with his AoE to get enraged, and I get more defense, and now start getting strength ups. Well, I think with a bit more gear, but he survives well enough. That's a lot of damage. How many revives has he gotten? He's up like 4. Rawr! Nah, he's gone for the count. But he's way too resistant. I'm feeling tempted to gear him up, but I don't think he's on the list for the next event. And I am gonna prioritize getting ready for that event. Anybody else can solo this. Anyways, that was the Hallow event on normal, full run. So, what can I say? It was fun, even though it was a bit too easy. But from the looks of it, given that Enchantress and Satana are not very well geared on my part, that this event is doable at around gear 5 or 6. You might not be able to completely finish, but you can certainly take Grundy to rank 5 in one go if you don't have any shard for Grundy. Of course, you will have to look. Enchantress was gear 4, Legendary 3, and the skills are not high level, so she doesn't get her full procs. And Satana is around here, Legendary 2, but she's gear 6, and she was able to take a couple of hits here and there. And I just took her 1 or 2. I haven't touched her literally in over 2 years. I have just kept accruing the shards and using her for the rank up mission. That level 48 was the level I stopped playing her in campaign mode. So you can say that I have a high level Satana. Now Etrigan is level 8. Oh no, he's almost full gear 9. But he isn't very high level, and I also didn't level up his skills too much. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna take his 2 and I'm going to rank him up right now, because why the hell not? $122 power. He doesn't scale up that much at Legendary 4. You can see a strength from 9.6 to 10.0. That's 4 points of strength every 10 levels. He's level 56. So that's just 40 strength or so. Yes. Doesn't have huge jumps of stats with ranking up, but just the fact that he gets this completely stupid self-sustain when killing enemies, and he doesn't even have to get the kill. Unlike Huntress, he gets the buffs if anybody else makes the kills. So now I have Legendary 4 Etrigan, the Rhyming Demon. And that's it. That was the event. Done fully. So leave your comments if you want me to record my attempt, because I'm only going to attempt it once. If you want me to attempt the legendary version of this event, which starts at level 45 for the enemies, so this should be way harder than the other one. So that's what I'm asking. Do you want to see a video of the legendary event, or are you content? I'm told that the story is the same on both versions, so I don't see the point. But I'm going to attempt it once. Would you like to see it on video? Leave your comments, subscribe, give a like. Give me pointers on what kind of content do you want to see on this channel regarding DC Legends. This is Thonan from the Reddit forums on the Daily Grind, bidding you farewell. We'll see each other next time.